I'll break it down to you. I was there a little bit earlier this morning. I had the pleasure and the privilege of hosting what I think was an important watershed moment for the country. Banyana Banyana sticking together. And of course, the one issue that lingered thereafter. I've been hearing amounts that have been barreled left, right, and center. But I'll try hone it down to let you know what those amounts, as far as monetary terms, are committed by the Motsepe Foundation, committed by very later on in the press conference, we're told that somebody else has come in and offered some money as well. I'll tell you about that and the bare minimum that they can take away from this moment, that is the team Banyana Banyana, but also what it is that they were fighting for. It was a very tense time last night. I'm sure you've seen the videos and the pictures by now. Very tense negotiation, but the girls stuck together. They're on their way to the airport, some already at the airport and getting on their flights, leaving for Australia and New Zealand as we speak to begin their journey of the World Cup. Taking your questions and your answers, of course, at 18:45, because the other big thing is when Leruma Thobejane come back to the show. You remember he was here. Mazola Molefe and myself were here speaking to Royal AM lawyer Leruma Thobejane about the Samir Nokovic matter. The chairperson, the president of Royal AM, Mamkize, through her lawyer, saying, no, we are not paying Samir. We're going to take this matter to CAS, which is the highest body, of course, to say, no, man, we're fighting this thing. FIFA cannot do this to us. We're not paying the 12 million. Mazola Molefe breaking it, the breaking story, to say, no, now FIFA have said they can't sign players up until a point where they've paid Samir Nokovic's 12 million rands. What does he have to say to that now? Because the ban has now been instituted against Royal AM. Because that's where we are now. And also, Bafana Bafana are currently in action in the Safa Cup out in Durban. The game has just begun. I think there's just 7 minutes that are played in the game. I'll keep you updated as to how that goes. At the moment, it is still 0-0 between Bafana Bafana and Namibia. The score is still 0-0 at the moment. Taking your calls again at 18:45 too about your thoughts. Let's take a break. When we come back, we begin with the Banyana Banyana matter. I'll break it down to you with the numbers. Then we'll go to the Royal AM matter. Are they going to pay the 12 million rands? Are they still adamant that they will not pay the 12 million rands and would rather not sign players until they see this matter through? Remember, the window works differently to what FIFA are saying. If the window closes and you haven't been able to sign players, they're not going to say, oh, because, there was this thing, you can sign players now. Leruma Thobejane will be with us to take us through that. Let's take a break. When we come back on the other side, we begin. It's 16 after the hour 6 on the mighty Metro FM. There's an NEC member. We spoke about him, and he's in that clip that you just heard now, Monday, who's got an obsession with Dr. Khumalo, an absolute obsession. And I think now he's struggling to handle the attention that he asked for. Monday, you asked for this attention. Now he's sending out statements to all media houses, TV stations, radio stations, and newspapers that needed to interview me. My apologies. Through Safa, though Safa has given me a blank check to engage with you, at personal front, I decided not to avail myself because you're running away. You're running away because you went and decided you're going to obsess over a legend of the game for sharing the same opinions that have been shared on this radio by so many that have come on. It is very cowardly of you, Monchiwa. Very cowardly of you to now put your tail between your legs and run off into the NEC distant long table where you are not even recognized. Very cowardly of you. Face it. Face your utterances. Be as brave as when you were making them. But like I said, there's matters that we need to go on. Leruma Thobejane is going to be joining us, and he is on the line. I believe he's on the line. He is on the line as we speak now. Leruma Thobejane, of course, is the lawyer for Royal AM. Leruma, always great to have you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening, Andile, and good evening to your listeners.
Leruma, it can't be a great day at the office for yourself and the entire of Royal AM. SABC Sport exclusively revealing this afternoon that the World Football Governing Body FIFA have handed Royal AM a transfer ban with immediate effect. This, of course, coming on the back of the Premier Soccer League's club's failure to settle a 12 million rand outstanding payment to Samir Nokovic, whose contract, they say, was unlawfully terminated last year. Where is the stance of Royal AM now?
Andile, let me repeat myself. I still insist that we got notification on the 22nd of May 2023. And I want to refer you to Circular 1842, of 6 April 2023, issued by Fatima Soumaura, the Secretary General of FIFA. In that circular, it states clearly that from the 1st of May, all legal proceedings shall be conducted via the FIFA portal, and all stakeholders must react immediately upon receiving an automated email generated by the portal. The portal generated an email to us on the 22nd of May 2023. On the 25th of May, we requested motivated award. The portal generated a response that our request has been successfully accepted by FIFA. Until such time that we receive the motivated award, the ban by FIFA, we're challenging it. I've since made an appeal, launched an appeal with CAS, seeking two reliefs. The first relief is that FIFA be compelled to give us the reasons for the award it made. CAS must confirm that in terms of FIFA's own circular, not my circular, FIFA's own circular, that notification was generated to us on the 22nd of May 2023. Thirdly, that pending the appeal, the ban be uplifted. Then we'll go to the next leg of the appeal. As we speak, now the fight has become the fight between Royal AM and FIFA instead of the fight being between Ncube and Royal AM. It doesn't happen that an award can be rendered as final by FIFA before we receive the motivated award. Because in terms of case, you can only appeal final decisions. Final decisions are decisions with motivated grounds for those decisions. And if FIFA refuses to give us those grounds, on the basis that we received notification on the 3rd of May, which I dispute and have proof for that, and for someone to say, no, I uploaded the award on the 3rd of May, you should have received it on the 3rd of May, it's neither here nor there. I'm relying on their own circular that says, to get notification. I got notification on 22nd of May. I proceeded to do the right thing. In as far as we are concerned, we are not out of time. But in principle, we're fighting this.
And I hear you, Leruma. I just wonder, about the fights now, because there's multitude fights. It's multiple fights now. You're fighting the original, and also you're fighting this one here. There's a lot of fights on your guys' table. When you put the costs that come with this and the uncertainty that come with this, let me ask possibly what might seem like a daft question, but is it not cheaper and easier? Because it seems FIFA have decided and made their case clear, or their intentions clear, that this is the outcomes that they are seeking and wanting. Wouldn't it be easier and cheaper to pay the money and get this case over and done with and move on? Particularly at a time like this when, you need to be signing players, you need to be beefing up the squad, you need to be making such huge changes, perhaps small and big, to the team for the next season.
Andile, the principle of law is very simple. You have to apply fairness, and we cannot be forced to pay where we believe the merits are good on our side. So, even I told you that the 12 million figure, we still dispute it. I don't know how you arrive at 12 million. Firstly, we believe we are good on the merits. Secondly, we don't know how you arrive at 12 million. Thirdly, we have not received the grounds why you ordered us to make the payment. And the most important thing is that now you're refusing to give us the grounds on the basis that we are late. But we say this is your own circular, and the circular says notification comes by automated email generated by the portal. And I'm giving you proof as FIFA that this is the email that I got to you from you on the 22nd of May, 2023. It was automatically generated by the portal. And the FIFA circular says all parties must act in good faith. It means me, on behalf of Royal AM, must act in good faith, and whoever is the official uploading these decisions, that FIFA must act in good faith, and my opponent as well must act in good faith. Because we're all relying on good faith of all the parties, because notification is now generated by that portal. The other thing is that if parties are not already on the portal, it is the duty of FIFA to send notification by email or fax or to the association.
Let me understand you, Leruma. This all lies down or goes down to you did not inform us in time. We did not get the email when you said we got the email. Is that the big one?
You see, the problem is that they're not saying I got the email. They're saying they uploaded it on the 3rd of May. I'm saying, well, that is good, but your circular says once you've uploaded it, I must wait for an automated email from the portal. And once that email arrives, I must act expeditiously to open it, which is what I've done. I received the automated email on the 22nd of May 2023. I can invite you to come and see it. And I've given them the screenshots. I've given everybody proof. And immediately, we attended to the notification. And 2 days later, we requested motivated award. And until that time that I received motivated award, how do I know the reasons why you made this award, and how do I appeal it? Because we have sent a letter to FIFA, to CAS, requesting interim relief on an agent basis, and then we can go on appeal.
Because from what I'm hearing, it almost sounds as if your feelings or your thoughts are that FIFA is not being fair to Royal AM, almost as if they are... And work with me here, Leruma. I'm just trying to understand where your viewpoint and standpoint is. They've seen the case that Nokovic has put forward to them. They've made this ruling based on the strength of the case that Nokovic has put to them. Without what you've said is that without having heard your side of the story, it doesn't seem as if they're interested in your side of the story from where you're sitting. You're saying, no, man, why are these people not wanting to hear us? Why are these people... But looking at what they're doing up until this point, would you still go on thinking that you can still win something from people that have acted in the way that they have so far? One would think that FIFA in general are fair across the board to teams and players alike, but you don't seem to think so.
But remember, the appeal is not at FIFA, it's at CAS.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about FIFA at the moment, because you would have had FIFA, correspond to you and say, no, but we send correspondence, and you're saying no. When you say to them, no, guys, but we haven't received this, here's proof of the fact that we didn't receive it at the time that you're saying we receive it, I would have expected that FIFA would say, oh, terribly sorry, our mistake, we thought that you did receive it, so therefore let's review. But they didn't do that. In fact, they went forth and did what they've done now, which is ban Royal AM from signing players.
You see, the problem is the following, Andile. Previously, the same thing happened. We were accused of not responding to Mr. Nokovic's documents, which was a response to our answer, when we have not received it. We still had to write a strongly worded letter to FIFA to say, but we have not received this document. And without an apology, they sent that document for us to respond to. Now, this is the second time that this thing is happening. And luckily, this time, we received an automatically generated email. And we responded to that email to go into the portal, and we got the notification of the award, and then we immediately requested a motivated award. We have not done anything wrong in this proceedings, but I feel that it cannot happen twice by mistake, that we have not received things that were supposed to come to us on time. But I'm saying, in terms of the circular issued by the Secretary General, that the moment I got notification is the moment that automated email was generated and notified to me. And I have proof of it.
What is the time that CAS has given, if they've given it time at all, that they will be addressing and dealing with your matter? Has there been any response from CAS to say, as a court of arbitration of sport, we're saying that we will be hearing your matter on this particular date? Because up until that point, I can assume, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, the FIFA ruling stands.
Andile, the appeal to CAS, as far as I know, in terms of the CAS rules and in terms of the FIFA rules, suspends any order for the payment of a sum of money. An appeal to CAS. That is the ex-lege principle of FIFA rules and CAS rules. Any payment for a sum of money gets suspended. But hence I say, in our own appeal, I requested interim relief that the ban be uplifted, because you cannot ban me for failing to pay an amount which is suspended by an appeal to CAS. So hence I'm saying, uplift the ban, because I'm refusing to pay an amount of money to Nokovic pending finalization of an appeal.
It's very confusing. It's confusing on Leruma, because FIFA would have been aware that you have taken this to the Court of Sports Arbitration, right? They would have been aware of that, because they would have been notified, I'm assuming, whether be it by you, by CAS.
I don't think they have been notified as yet. Let me be honest with you. I don't think they have been notified as yet, because when we appeal to CAS, I don't send the documents to FIFA or to my opponent. I send to CAS. CAS will then deliver the documents to whoever is the respondent in the matter. And let me just be fair and say, I don't think they have received the documents as yet. But once they receive the documents, we'll hear the reaction.
So as it stands right now, the hopes of Royal AM, the hopes of yourself, Leruma Thobejane, as the attorney, is that CAS will then forward the documents to say this matter must be suspended up until we've heard and there's finalization on the appeal.
Yes, because in principle, CAS cannot hear an appeal where the motivated award has not been rendered by FIFA, because that is not a final decision. That's the authority, and that's what the rules say. You cannot say this is a final decision when there are no grounds. How can you render a judgment without reasons and you expect people to appeal it?
Okay. Leruma, I mean, this is an ongoing story. It's a breaking story, but at the moment...
But another thing that I want to say, Andile. Royal AM is saying, if at the end of the day, and after reasons were given, and after CAS has considered the matter, and we are found to be on the wrong, the appropriate amount of money that will be due to Nokovic will be paid, but not 12 million. But at the same time...
So what is the amount that Royal AM thinks is fair?
No, that will be determined by the contract and tax and all those things. But for now, I'm saying we're disputing the award, even the computation of the award. The award on merit and the computation of the award.
And you're not at liberty to say what it is that you think is fair? Is that half of 12 million? What is fair? If you're saying we're contesting the 12 million is a lot, we're saying we don't know how you arrived at that mark. What is fair?
No. It's not what will be fair. It's what will be due to him in terms of the contract if we consider the merits. But for now, in terms of the merits, we believe he's not entitled to anything. He's entitled to zero. That will be fair for him.
So even if FIFA feel that, you know what, he still, is due something, and then the second part of your fight is, we don't think the amount is 12 million, correct? So yes, you feel that he should get something. We hear that. We've lost that. The second fight is, we don't think that amount is 12 million. What is the amount that is fair to him if you
That's
lose?
What I'm saying. We'll have to determine it based on the contract that he has signed.
Because
and the laws applicable.
Yeah. Because if you break down according to 12 million, I would have thought that they would have taken that from his contract. And if you look at the length of his contract and you break it down, then you're sitting at an amount of just over 300,000 that he was earning per month. I would assume if that is correct, that's how they got to the 12 million. My maths is a bit sketchy.
That's why I was saying I don't. That's not correct. I'm saying the entire award is incorrect. And Andile, let's wait for the final decision from CAS. But I can assure you, we're not late in requesting the motivated award, and we did not act negligently in this way.
I hear you.
And we acted in good faith as required in terms of that circular 1842.
I can imagine this is going to cause quite a shocker, to players that you're negotiating with, to players that you're trying to get on, because, eyebrows will be raised to say, hey, is that where we want to go right now? Can't be a great place to be right now for the team.
You see, I don't want to comment on other issues that are not within my rubric. I don't want to. I don't have the powers to speak for players that want to join Royal AM. I can speak for Royal AM in respect of this case.
Well, hopefully you'll come back on to speak about Royal AM as things unfold at the moment. We're waiting to see what the Court of Sports Arbitration is going to be saying. At the moment, though, FIFA's rule stands. Royal AM are banned up until such a point that there is communication between CAS and FIFA on, the reprieve that is going to be granted to you guys as you wait, of course, and await your appeal. We wait to see what's going to happen then and how long that process is going to take. But you're saying you're hoping it's quite speedily.
No, we have requested for urgent interim relief. We can do that in terms of the CAS rules, so that the ban could be uplifted immediately, and then the appeal can proceed.
Yeah. I mean, it takes me back, and somebody just reminded me of the Cologne one-year FIFA transfer ban, which was provisionally suspended by CAS at some point. The upliftment of that. It's a great article that you should get into and perhaps take a look at as well. But thank you so much, Leruma, for always being available to take our call. We wish you guys the very best of luck. I ask again, financially, isn't it easier to pay this money and move on? No? You don't want to pay money you don't owe, you say?
Let me tell you something, Andy. All the players that are contracted by Royal AM could afford to pay them for doing the job. But if people don't want to play and still want to be paid, we'll pay them zero.
Leruma Thobejane, lawyer for Royal AM, representing President Ncube as well as the club. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. When we come back, I'll break down the amounts. I've got a pen and paper in front of me because I had to work it all out from the press conference that came today from the Ncube Foundation, how much the Ncube Foundation has put forth to the girls and how much their pay package looks at the moment. But also, what was the one big fight that still continues? Banyana Banyana making a stand like no other team in the history of South Africa I at least have ever heard of. What they did today, yesterday, and the day before, in the stance they took, unbelievable. You will not believe what the fight boiled down to. It had nothing to do with the 26 players. What they fought for was something that even when I heard it, I said, whoa, I've never heard this. They're fighting in England right now. We've heard fights all over the continent before big tournaments. It was the first time I'd heard this. Right, the big one. The press conference was held, the briefing earlier this morning. The Ncube Foundation hosting it alongside with the ministry, sports ministry through Zizi Gorta, and the Deputy President Mafu was there as well. Danny Jordan, the president of Safa, was there. The president who was here the other day of the South African Football Players Union, Thulaganya Shibelu, was also there addressing the many. None of the questions that you and I have were answered. None of the questions that you've asked here were answered. But the one key thing that had me thinking that Dr. Danny Jordan did say had me wondering and thinking, is he right here? Dr. Danny Jordan says, let's look at the timeline. Players are picked. 36, 40 odd players are picked. From there, 23 players plus 3, which is 26 this time around because, they travel with the 3 players that would normally have been at home waiting to see if they're going to get a late call-up. They are picked. It was 2 weeks ago. When was it? It was not this Friday, the past Friday, when we were all at the union buildings and the players were picked. Dr. Danny Jordan says, I therefore cannot begin to negotiate anything up until the 23-player squad has been announced. Which already, if you look at the time between that and the game against Botswana, gives them a week and a half. That's a week and a half in order to negotiate. Because how do I negotiate with 36 players or 40 players knowing very well that not all of them are going to make it? Is it even fair? So we have to wait for that in order to begin the conversations. So that's why it was left till late. I'm not sure if that answer appeases you, but that's what Dr. Danny Jordan had to say about that, right? Let's move away from that. The call is now made to the Ncube Foundation. This is after Dr. Danny Jordan and Safa say the $30,000, you're going to get that. That is guaranteed. We all agree. The bare minimum you can get out of this is $30,000, which works out to about 540,000 rands at the moment. If you times it by 18, I'm not sure what it is like today, but it was around about 18 point something. So it translates to about 540,000 rands is the basic bare minimum that they'll be getting from FIFA. Safa saying, We don't have any more to add to that. The Motsepe Foundation comes in with 6 million rands, right? 6 million rands that they will be contributing as well, which tunes out to about 230,000 rands per player, right? That goes to roughly about 5.96 million rands. So if you add that, you're now sitting with 770,000 rands per player at the moment. Of course, if they do better and get into the round of 16, their money increases from Fifa'S side. No bonus is spoken of. These are the monies that have been guaranteed so far. And then later on in the press conference, Ituba come on and they say, hey, listen, South Africans are doing very well gambling right now, so we want to put our hand in there as well. And they're saying 2 million rands is what we're going to be giving to you. 2 million rands will go towards this course as well. If you divide that up nicely as well, and you take the 2 million rands that is going to be given by Ituba, correct? And you say, let's say the 26 players get that, it works out to about 77,000 rands extra, right? So it pushes that amount to just above 800,000 is what they're sitting with now. But Banyana Banyana still not happy with this. Why, Andile? Why would they not be happy about almost 1 million rands now in their kitty if they come back? If they lose every single game and come back, almost 800,000 is what is guaranteed their way, correct? They're saying no. We're still not happy. 086 000 2160, WhatsApp on 060 552 7303. Why aren't they happy, Andile? Simple. They say we're going to the World Cup not by ourselves. We're going to the World Cup with a technical team that has a kit manager who makes sure that our kits are washed and ready, given to us, running around with water. We've got a team manager. We've got a driver. We've got our food team. The technical team that we're traveling with. Surely everybody should get something. That's what the girls are saying. Surely everybody who's part of this Banyana team, who's going away from home for the long time that they're going to be there for in another country, we can't be getting money alone. They too must get a percentage. And that's where it was. But to our collaboration, of course, and then, there was the minister who then spoke about how they made the call and together with the Motsepe Foundation came up with this. Dr. Patrice Motsepe was unavailable for this press conference. Dr. Precious Moloi Motsepe gave a beautiful speech about walking the talk and about how we should action things when it comes to changing the way that we look at pay parity as well as women in sport, but women in communities overall. So we take a break. When we come back, I'd love to hear from you. Any questions? I was there at the press conference. Don't need a journalist to come on and help us. I'd be able to answer most of the questions stemming from that. Are you now happy? Can we now begin the road to supporting Banyana Banyana with a clear conscience of they've at least begun to receive? Dr. Dennishadan also spoke about the fact that there will be people that have said if they do well, win a couple of games, once they're there, we'll come on and put some money. A big question was asked, though, to say, what is Safa putting in? And Safa said, hey, we've been putting money. We continue to put money into Banyana. Banyana are what they are because even though they've got one sponsor, we continue to put money in Banyana Banyana. With that being said, has Bafana Bafana just conceded a goal? I think Bafana Bafana has just conceded a goal, and it's Namibia 1, Bafana Bafana 0 at the moment at the COSAFA Cup down in Durban. Bafana Bafana are trailing by a goal after 43 minutes. With just a couple of minutes to go till halftime. We'll be taking your calls on 086 000 2160, 060 552 7303. I'll repeat those amounts in a bit.
WhatsApp the Metro FM studio. 060 552 7303.
Hey, good evening, good evening. No, Mr. Leruma and Royal AM, it seems like they don't know what they're talking about, man. They must just pay the guy his 12 million. Otherwise, it's like he's in denial that he has lost the case. He must think about his credentials, man. Let them just pay, because I think it would be easy that way that they pay the money instead of going forth and forward. Thank you, It's Boise here in the Val. Sure.
Andile, my brother. Lovely show as always, my brother. Yeah, I'd like to comment on this Nukovic and Roller AM issue. Roller AM, they made a mistake by challenging FIFA's rules. They were supposed to pay this money and so that anything can be done and tested. Now his transfer is open. I feel sorry for them. They're not going to sign the players in the situation that they're in. Ask Kaizer Chiefs, they know that ban FIFA is very wrong because it affects the squad, it affects the players. Season is very long for a number of small squad. You have a lot of injury suspension. For a team like Royal M, they really messed up this one. So it's fine, let them go to court, but in this case, guys, no one can go to court to challenge FIFA. Once FIFA told you to do this, you must do it. Thanks, Andile.
Andile, Jimmy Mago, the busy corner of Matsebe. Andile, I'm so disappointed. Mom Kize. Mam Kize Nanza Patala to Mori Grando, Mebala, answer the million Mara Grando, offer the player at a high. Marapalago Patalago Tapiano. Right now, Boilo Palago send the players, but they pay Patapata. No, Mam Kize, I'm so disappointed in you. Jimmy Mago, the busy corner of Matsebe, Dangima.
Putandile, as Nadine said, Amaloya azazokulahlekisa. If you remember very well, Lokailo Utigena, he received a decision before Amaloya's Nokovic. He was bragging to us about that. He even said Utigena Gaz Utigena Tuleganjan, but what I know we totally ahead of them. And then today Chigi Manjisto Sisa Chiga. And then he did mention that they velo Utigena. He heard about it by the time he received an email. Then what the decision said. So then that was the time he was supposed to go Kulman about Real AM, and it's because he knew in advance. So then today again, second story is different. So Unadine was right. Like lawyers will deceive you. So I hope Ulentuzane, the Real Kize is listening because this lawyer has deceived her.
Leruma Thobejane, I mean, a highly esteemed lawyer who has a great understanding of all things football, but doesn't seem to be getting the favor of most of you on the WhatsApp lines there. Let's go to the callers now on the line. Obrigado. Abrigino. Is it Abrigino? Yes, Abrigino, out in Cape Town.
Yes. How are you?
Hey, I'm good, man. Talk to me.
Yes, mate. Listen about this Real AM story and Thobejane. Look, FIFA firstly would, my opinion, FIFA ruled quite correctly because FIFA look at the contract, validity of the contract, which of course we know that it's got duties and responsibilities. So Samir had a valid contract with Real AM. And I listened to Thobejane when he spoke in the last time. He is very well spoken. He articulated very well what Nikovic's lawyer did and everything, but I don't find him saying what they've done from their side to counsel an employee who was, according to them, seemingly out of point in terms of honoring part of his contract.
Let me just remind you a little bit here, Abrigino. He did say the last time he was here that Samir came. We asked him to come back, and we continuously asked him, where are you? Are you coming back? I even asked him, I said, are there messages asking him, where are you? Are you coming to training? And he absconded from coming to training, from coming to the team. Hence, they found that, you know what, let's rather let him go.
No, yes, I understand very well. But that it doesn't end there. Your employee, did they call him for disciplinary hearing? Did they fire him? Did they terminate the contract?
As in, did they follow the proper procedures, you mean?
They follow the proper, because what they've done is, if he's not coming, we're not going to pay him. It's simple. That's the stand that they took. If he's not coming and he's not responding to us, okay, let's suspend his pay.
The procedure they took, Abrigino, and once again, this is from them. I you know what I mean? I can only take what he's told me. Remember, they sent out a letter to say, hey, you've absconded for work from such a... We're giving you 30 days, which is in accordance to what Thobejane told us. It is what is stipulated in a contract. That is the due termination processes, to send a letter to the player to say you've got 30 days in which you must relieve yourself from the team.
Then, with regard to that point, then I'll rest my case. I'm pretty sure then CARES will probably look at in favor of their case if that is the step that they took. Otherwise, what FIFA has done, which is the regional body, they ruled correctly. Maybe then it's safe to say then we will wait for the communication between them, the two bodies, when they know that this matter has been appealed. Maybe they can rule in their favor to say let's suspend this for now. But if they said they did that But thank you very much. I missed that part.
I promise. Thank you so much, Ambrogine out in Cape Town. Like I said, most of the things that I was available for, like this morning stuff, I'm able to converse with you. Makosonke is out. Kwanongoma. How Makosonke?
Yebo.
Awu ngikhumbuza into zami zakudala zakwanongoma. Awu madoda.
Njani boss?
Awu ngibulisele koSithembile noManto lapho bonke nje.
Ngizakubonisa.
Uthini?
Ake ngiqale kule yeBanyana Banyana. Ngicabanga ukuthi lapha epointini lokuthi namanje abekho happy. Ngicabanga ukuthi babona ngasebenzela ifavor ngoba imali asebeyithola ayiqhamuki ngaphansi kwe-federation yethu ye-FIFA. Seyiqhamuka kubaphathi abaqhasayo. Futhi bebona sengasebenzela ifavor ukuthi hayi hambani nje niyodlala ngoba nabo laba sebevala ihlazo le-FIFA. Yingakho abatwana bengekho happy. Isuka lapho ukuthi yona iSifa ngoba ilokuzana iSafa ngoba yona akukho lapho ethi khona thina simnika okungaka ukuthi bemakuqhamuka oqhamukayo uzothela lokhu thina sisenakho
useyachaza
kanti iproblem ilapho bese ngiza lapha kuMamkhize neloya yakhe ngicabanga ukuthi loya kaMamkhize into eyenzayo njengamanje Andile isivikela yona isithunzi sayo ngoba izinkulumo zayo ayi zingenye into ngoba mayezothena umdlalo uRoyal
awuyibambe lapho do we still have usakhona
yebo
Makosonke
yebo ngikhona
ngicela uqede iphuzu lakho ungixolele kufanele ukuthi ngiyophuza amanzi kancane kodwa sengibuyele awuqedele iphuzu lakho
okay bengifuna ukuthi lapha kuRoyal ilawyer ngizwa la esithi khona umdlali weRoyal mayesayine contract uyosenators osebenza umbuzo wami usekuthenini if kunjalo noNokhovic ngalo usalele khona ukuthi bezosebenza uma kuvela ukuthi ulimele kwenziwa yini ukuthi bona engabhekwa amadoctor abo ukuthi lo muntu uso bese kukwazi ukubulala ukuya phambili ngicabanga nje yonke esiyenza isilwela nje isithunzisayo nanokuthi ayiboni ukuthi abantu elwa nabo bayingozi kanjani iFIFA ekwenzile ngicabanga ukuthi right uMamkhize uzosifunda isifundo aqonde ukuthi kwenzakalani ebholeni ukuze akwazi ukuhlukanisa ibhola namabhinqa eceleni iloya ayibe neqiniso etshela Mamkhize yenza okufanelekile ukuze siqhubeke siye phambili angibonga.
Thank you so much Makosonke. I was going to ask a question that I asked last week to Leruma to say, but why is it that your doctors didn't call him in and verify the injury when he said he was injured? Do you remember that? I asked that and I wasn't even absolutely happy with the answer given necessarily there. Let's go to Simlindile. Simlindile is out in Cape Town. Cape Town showing us so much love today. Is that Simlindile gone? That is Simlindile gone. Terribly sorry for that one there. West is out in Tembisa. West.
Hey, Mr. President.
Hey, warra. Ooh, warra. Talk to me.
Yeah, no.
West, I don't think we're going to be hearing from you today. Your line and not the best. They're terribly sorry with that one there. Let's jump. Sibuyele KwaZulu Natal. Usibongeleni ukhona. Sibongeleni. Yebo yes.
Ukhona button.
Hayi cha ngumqemane.
Hayi ngishap number 2 KZN. Let me start from Our Lady Banyana Banyana. I think the braveness they showed. I think we should applaud them for that. But I think the timing was not right. You see, it's a crucial time now for them. They need to play their last game before they went to the World Cup, and then these things come up, which I think it will take toll in their mindset going to the tournament. But I think in any
Spongaleni, let me just, and I'll let you finish. You know I'll let you finish here. I just want to come in there. If you're saying the timing is not right, are you saying the timing is not right for them to have raised these issues? They should have gone to the tournament and then come back after to raise the issues. Is that what you're saying?
I'm looking at the time.
Yes, what I'm saying is, so you're saying...
we are very close to the tournament
So
now.
They should have waited till after the tournament?
Not as per se, but it will take toll.
So when? When should they have raised the issues? When do you think they should have raised the issues?
There is no other time because it only came in just now,
But you're saying the timing was off. So when was the appropriate time to raise the issues?
Maybe after the tournament or so, but which I think they were not going to get what they deserve.
So then what are you saying to me? If you know that after the tournament is not the time to raise because no one will listen to you, then when was the right time?
it's a difficult one, that one. But I applaud them for raising their hand to show that they deserve more. And I think from our mother body, there are many changes which are needed there. But let's go to the World Cup and support the ladies, and then we can see after that what will happen.
Listen, for those who are not like you, who don't have the money to go support them there, SABC Sport is going to be showing you all the games, the Banyana Banyana games. Make sure that you do tune in. We're going to be walking this journey with them as we've been since the beginning. Be a part of it through us.
We will make sure that we stay glued on SABC because, not all of us will be able to go there,
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Magaleni.
Yes.
I'm going to take one more. Tabiso, you've got exactly 30 seconds. Talk to me.
Yeah, how's it, Brian?
No, I'm good, man. Very quickly, go for it.
I'm good. I just want to comment about the NEC.
Go straight into it.
Safa NEC.
Yeah.
When you want to be famous, yeah, you need to pick umuntu famous, insult, then you will get famous. I think the guy from Safa wanted to be famous. Can smart man, insult to Dr. Kuman. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
In Royal AM, let them pay Nikovic, man. It don't help them.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. We're going to get out of here. Timmy, let me make you laugh. Kilebogile Malela says that we need to have the show extended for 2 hours, but then that's not the part. Then he says we need to cut the intro and the greetings and just shoot straight in. Kilebogile, we mustn't even say hello. No, man, guys. Hey, give us at least a hello. We're going to get out of here. Thanks so much. Remember, Sport at 10 this evening at 10 o'clock on SABC1. The sporting conversation in a late night setting continues. It's a bit of celebrity, a bit of sport, and a lot of great entertainment. From myself and my entire team, which includes this action crew that are here. Thank you so much. Pela, pela, and so on.